Rise, man.
The Force will be with you.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Star Wars Meg, here to give you your daily dose of Mandalorian Season 2 news, and as always to give you all of the updates from a galaxy far, far away. We have some really exciting stuff to get through, including news about Cara Dune. We're going to be speaking about the plot of Episode 4, Chapter 12, which drops on Friday, and also the role Ahsoka will play in Season 2 with regards to Ezra Bridger, Sabine Wren, and the child. But before I get into the news, please may I ask you to hit like down below, subscribe to my channel if you're brand new, and a big welcome if you are, and please also hit that notification bell to be alerted each and every time I post a new video. You can expect daily Star Wars updates from me. And one final thing before we get into the news update, what do you guys think of the new intro where I have Ki-Adi-Mundi saying, "What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?" I'm always trying to switch up my intros, so let me know down below. Now without too much jibber jabber, let's get into it. We're going to start by speaking about Season 2, Episode 4 or Chapter 12, and this is from Tech Radar, and they're speaking about how the synopsis hints at returning characters. The episode has seemingly had its synopsis shared online, giving us a hint towards what we can expect in the next episode this Friday. IMDB has listed the episode and described it with the following: the Mandalorian rejoins old allies for a new mission. Just who are these allies? Well, there's definitely some speculation, but it's largely expected that this is where we'll see the return of Cara Dune and Greef Karga. The episode is seemingly called The Siege, but this could also be false since we know that the rumoured titles didn't end up being the official ones that we got for the first 3 chapters. Seeing as how the Mandalorian doesn't exactly have a deep bench of friends when it comes to people assisting him on demand, we can probably expect to see Carl Weathers' character and Gina Carano as well. And she obviously plays Cara Dune. They have previously been pictured with Mando in a promotional image for Season 2 and for this episode as well on IMDb. In addition, this episode is directed by Carl Weathers, so it would make sense for his character to return at the same time. Now, it's probably going to be in Episode 5, the one after this, Chapter 13, that we do get to see Ahsoka Tano, because it is directed by the man who brought her to life in the first place, Dave Filoni. Now the thing is, this little synopsis is from IMDb, which obviously can be edited by anyone, and while it isn't the official one released by Disney, we'll probably find that out tomorrow or even later today. It might be out by the time you're seeing this video. It is expected that Mando will have a side mission that involves Greef Karga and Cara Dune as well, and hopefully it will not be just a filler episode. But even then, every episode of Season 2 has been phenomenal so far, and I believe that Chapter 12 will feed into Chapter 13, Episode 5, when we do see Ahsoka really well. Now, speaking of Ahsoka Tano, we will be getting to her a little bit later in the update, but first let's turn our eyes to an article which speaks about Sasha Banks' character, Koska Reeves, and this one is hinting at the fact that she might be making a return later in Season 2. One of the best things about The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 3 is that it finally revealed Sasha Banks' mysterious character, who people have been speculating about since the release of the trailer. But is it possible that Koska Reeves will return in the next few episodes of the Star Wars series? Banks has just teased on the possibility that we haven't seen the last of her on the show. She recently spoke to USA Today, where she gushed about her debut as Koska in Chapter 11, The Heiress. Not surprisingly, the WWE star was so excited about the episode that she was barely able to concentrate on watching it. This is what she stated: "I watched it, but still have not really gotten to take in the whole episode because I was screaming and crying the whole time. It was just absolutely incredible. I mean, to kill a stormtrooper, hello, wow, wow, wow." So is it possible that we'll get to see Koska in action again soon? Banks played coy about her return in more episodes, but her response was somehow cryptic. "The beautiful thing with Disney is they love to have their magic," she told USA Today. So you have to keep on watching and see what magic that we are going to create. Now, the fact that she said we are going to create hints very much at the fact that she will be making a return, and I think it would be a little bit silly to just have her in the one episode. I really liked the look of Koska Reeves. Obviously, for some people, it was very anticlimactic that she wasn't the rumoured Sabine Wren, but I do like the fact that they introduced new Mandalorians. Maybe she has more of a story to her. Some people on my channel have suggested she could be a spy who is pretending to be a Mandalorian but might have Force powers. That would be quite the twist, but honestly, I'm really excited if we do get more of her in this season. So we're going to be talking about Cara Dune soon, but let's first speak about Ahsoka Tano. This article from Inverse states, Ahsoka's Mandalorian debut could solve a lingering Jedi mystery. The Mandalorian is bringing the world of Star Wars animation into live action. In the 3rd episode of Season 2, The Clone Wars' Bo-Katan Kryze made the jump into Mando, making the crossover official. Before she and Din parted ways, Bo-Katan revealed where Mando could find Ahsoka. It is doubtful that Mando will find Ahsoka so soon after meeting Bo-Katan. However, when he does finally cross paths with the Jedi, it's possible that Ahsoka Tano will ask him to help her and Sabine find Ezra before promising to help with Baby Yoda. After all, we know that Mando has historically aided characters on his adventures throughout the galaxy in exchange for information or goods. Frog Lady, Cobb Vanth and Bo-Katan have all worked out deals that benefited both sides. Could this be the deal he has to make with Ahsoka to help find Ezra Bridger? Ezra's whereabouts are pretty much a mystery, and he could be anywhere in the galaxy. Perhaps Ahsoka doesn't want to draw too much attention to herself, resulting in a more limited search. Mando, knowing the galaxy relatively well, could grant her and Sabine passage on his ship and connect them to his contacts to assist in the search. The Mandalorian could offer fans more time with Ahsoka and provide the details as to where Ezra ended up in one fell swoop. But of course, there is the chance that Ahsoka and Sabine already did find Ezra in the 5 years since the Battle of Endor and do not need Mando's help in their search whatsoever. However, considering the nature of the Disney Plus series and Din Djarin's journey so far, it stands to reason that Ahsoka will need his help with something, even if it's not Ezra. Now this is really interesting. I've always hoped we would see Ezra in live action form, even if it's not in this season of Mando, but I do think in some sort of way we will get an allusion to him, even if Ahsoka just mentions him. In my mind, it does not make sense that they would have ended Rebels with this massive plot point that Sabine Wren and Ahsoka have to go off looking for Ezra Bridger, just to leave that completely unmentioned in The Mandalorian now that we know Ahsoka Tano and Bo-Katan are in this season. So we will see where this goes, obviously in good time, and I think episode 5 will hold the answers that many of us have, especially after we know that Ahsoka's going to be in this season. We're thinking, where is Sabine Wren? We're thinking, where's Ezra? Has she gone into isolation like Yoda or even Luke did in The Last Jedi? Or maybe even has she been in contact with someone who she will later defer Din Djarin to regarding the child? There are so many interesting plot points that we can think about, and when chapter 12 and 13 drops, we'll have a better picture of all of this. So this article from Inverse is speaking about Gina Carano, and they write why Gina Carano's next Mandalorian appearance may be her last. Now, there were lots of rumours over the summer before season 2 of Mando that stated that they think a character will most likely die, an ally of Mando's will die. Some people did state it could be Cara Dune, some stated it might be Carl Weathers' character, Greef Karga, and others said that Moff Gideon would be defeated in this season. Well, this article argues that Gina Carano's Cara Dune will be killed off. In the second trailer of The Mandalorian Season 2, which was the ESPN exclusive look that we got, we do see Cara Dune accompanied by the Blue Mythrol and Greef Karga, and they're trying to help Mando in some way, shape or form, and that's probably what's going to be in the next episode. Now, I doubt she will die in this upcoming episode, but it is a possibility that there will be a kind of heartbreaking moment for one of these main characters. Now, there is a reason I'm not diving too far into this article, because they speak about the whole political controversy that Cara Dune was involved in, and I do not touch that with a barge pole. I'm not going to get into any of that because I'm not a political channel. I'm a Star Wars channel who stays very neutral. I don't want to speak about any of that stuff. I do actually have a video on my Patreon which talks about my thoughts vaguely about that whole issue, but I'm not going to really mention it here. But basically all I'm saying is they believe the political stuff might be a reason why Disney might kill her off in a future season, perhaps in season 3. I personally don't really have an opinion about how her fate is going to play out as a character. I thought she was a very strong character in season 1, and I really enjoyed, the kind of vibe she has with Mando. They're both very strong characters. She's a strong female character. So that's all I'll really say about that. So I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you a phenomenal rest of the day no matter where you are in the galaxy. I really hope you enjoyed my video. And if you did, please give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you tomorrow.